on Mike, your yeah.
Okay, thanks a lot. See you again. How long will it take to jump into the brakes and that?
You're wrong.
You're alright with it?
Yeah. The aviation actually is like that.
Good morning, good afternoon even. Afternoon everybody from the Cotswolds. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. The sun is out at the Cotswolds Airport. And we are here with these two absolute beauties, the Buccaneers. And we're here with the we are here with the Buccaneer Aviation Group, and we do have a taxi run. Hi Janet, good morning, or good afternoon, I can say good afternoon. We have a taxi run. We do have XW544, and we also have XX894. Hi Barry, hope you're well. So beautiful Gloucestershire, beautiful part of the world. So the plan this morning, or this afternoon, is we have one that's going to be doing a fast taxi run. So the one on the right, XW544, he'll be towed away from here, dry, and then we'll go behind us, where the engines will start, and from there we will have a fast taxi run. It will come back dry, nice and quiet, and then when it's here it will do a engine run in this location. Could be absolutely fantastic. The sun, the fog earlier was terrible, but the sun now is beautiful, absolutely lovely and warm. Nick, thank you much for the stars, appreciate that. So there's no better way to spend a Saturday afternoon watching the Buccaneers. So a little bit of information about the Buccaneer Aviation Group, the non-profitable preservation group known as the Teabaggers. They keep two ex-RAF Buccaneers taxable conditions at the Cotswold Airport here in Gloucestershire. Teabag is the world's only aircraft preservation group dedicated to the Blackburn Buccaneer, who help to support other projects, which some are not Buccaneer related. So here they actually look after the Canberras, which what we'll do, we'll pan around so you can have a look. So we have one Canberra flying, which is the silver one, and then we have the camo colour that is non-flying, but they keep these in good order. Hi Jane, hi Wayne, and hi Andrew Strain. But today what we're going to do is we're going to concentrate on XW544. Hi Ian Finley, hope you're keeping well. So we have moderators on board. We have Shirley on Facebook, and then we'll have Vicky jump in on YouTube very shortly. And what they'll do during the stream, they'll be putting up the donation page for the guys here at the Buccaneer Aviation Group. We've got a great book, the Buccaneer Aviation Group book, and when the guys are ready, set up, they will put a link for the book. It's got it's amazing information in there about everything about the Buccaneer. So what we're going to do, we're going to give you a little spiel about the aircraft. So we'll start with XX94. XX94 started its flying career with 16 Squadron at RAF Blackburn in Germany towards the later part of 1975. It's amazing that that aircraft is the same age as me, and that aircraft looks better than me. Hi Neil, and hi Robert. Hi Jane. The following year, in 1980, XX94 took part in red flag exercise held in the United States, and unfortunately during the exercise it crashed in a low-level sortie and broke up. XX894 claimed to fame on the 27th of February even, 1991, when on return from a sortie the aircraft flew over Iraq Airfield, I'm not going to pronounce it, where it attacked the Antonov 12 where it was taxiing and resulted in Aeon 12 being completely destroyed. So this aircraft has got a lot of information, a lot of history, and there we go. So Vicky has put on the YouTube, she's put a link up. This will take you to the group, and as you can see, they're getting ready for the aircraft to be towed out, and then we'll be obviously we'll be following the aircraft around for when it does its fast taxi. So the aircraft in 1994 was repainted and represents the Fleet Air Arm Buccaneer XV869 with 020, just for several weeks before its retirement to celebrate the Buccaneer service in the Royal Navy and the Royal Air Force. So this is the one we're looking at the moment. It then was moved in 1995 to Bruntingthorpe, and then finally over to Kemble-Cotswold. In 2020, Bruntingthorpe's days of seeing vintage Cold War came to an end, and this is where this aircraft now is stored, and the plan is to get these guys fast taxiing on a regular basis, and they do night shoots, fast taxi runs, etc, etc. Hi Julie, my big sis. She's my adopted big sis, bless her. But the other aircraft we're going to be concentrating on is the one to the right, XW544. Now here at Cotswolds they have a lot of aircraft. They have the Nat, which, because the Red Arrows were actually based here for a while, and this is the actual pad where the Red Arrows were based, where the Buccaneers are sitting now. This is where the Red Arrows were based here. They've got the breakage scrapped down in the other end. They also have a line of aircraft just waiting for the COVID pandemic to finish. But what we're going to do, while we're waiting, we're going to plan around to, we're going to change the settings, and we have a helicopter inbound. So we are here to bring bits and pieces for you. So we're waiting for action to start. Change the settings back now to where we were. So with this camera we can change the settings to bring you jets and propellered. So all I have to do is just change the settings a couple of times. And Kyle, where are you coming from? We are coming from, it used to be known as Kemble, but this is the Cotswold Airport. So this aircraft here, the XW544, will be towed out very shortly. It'll go over to a location, it'll have an engine start, then taxi run, and then towed back here, where we will witness the engine start here. Terry, good afternoon all. Used to work on those Canberra's PR9s at RF Luca back in the days. Gary Dean, good afternoon Dan, great to see you live again. We'll have to catch up very soon, definitely indeed. And good day Matthew Knight and Robert Brown, Neil Fitzpatrick and James Down, good day from Sydney. So what we're going to do, we're going to pan into the aircraft a bit so you can have a closer look. So they've got the aircraft starting over the other side at about 1 o'clock, and then Mark Dick, lovely, is this going to be eventually used for displays? Great stream, cheers Mark. I know they're going to be doing fast taxi runs, but I'm not too sure what their eventual thing is here, but it's actually beautiful aircraft. I remember seeing these at displays at Cranfield many years ago, and I'm probably showing my age now. Hi Chris, and hi Wordy08. Mark, when you get close to those jets, not that good conditions. No, but the good thing about these guys is they're trying to preserve them, keep them running, and then fast taxi runs, etc, etc. And Braden, the Spitfire, is parked in front of me. Perry Smith almost got blown over by XW544 Brunty. Yes, the old Brunty used to have the old fast taxi runs there. And Josh, where is this? This is at the Cotswolds in glorious Gloucestershire. Earlier this morning, as you can see the crew giving us a good wave. Fantastic. So this morning the fog was pretty bad here, but yeah, it's beautiful here now. Absolutely gorgeous, absolutely stunning. But they're just getting ready to tow the aircraft, but we will bring this completely live to you. Are these Buccaneers aircraft airworthy? No, but they are ready for fast taxi runs. We only have one doing a fast taxi run today, and only one doing this engine run. The one to the left, which I'll pan for you, this one has got got an issue, bit of a, I think they said earlier on it had a fuel. I'm not 100% sure. What we're going to do, we're going to pan out to this one coming into land. On the grass runway. So while we're looking this way, what we'll show you is we have the steerman up there, the Nats up there, and look at that crowd of people. If you're up there, give us a wave down here. We're looking at you right now. And then to the left, we move around, we've got the control tower, and then we've got the pen. So what happens is the aircraft, the Buccaneer, is going to be around this area here where it starts its engine, and then we're going to follow it right the way around for its fast taxi. Now look at all these Norwegians. Loads of Norwegian airlines. And what a beautiful day for a taxi run, definitely. Saying hi to Lawrence, fond memories of the Buccaneers when the RAF was in Malta. Stuart Owen Frozen. Is Air Force Base at the airport? It used to be an Air Force Base, but now it's an airport and used regular. So while we await for them to think about towing the aircraft, we'll just pan around on these aircraft, and there's your Spit. So I take it, Brandon, you're up there with the Spit, the Sturman, and look at that crowd up there. There's lots of you up there. And I know there's a few people up there. If you're up there, give us a wave. We're looking at you now. We're by the Sturman and the Spitfire. That is busy up there. There's some stalls up there. I know they've got some food stalls. Won't mention food because Abby might jump on and start watching, and then the conversation will just dive into food because she likes her grub. And look, this one's taxiing down for its departure, and they're using the perfect runway for us today. Bear with me while I have a drink. it's already feeling like 26 degrees here. I know it's not, I know that's an over exaggeration, but it's certainly feeling on the back of my neck. It's very warm. Saying hi to Phil from Warwick. And Gary Dean, have a good day. Take care. So yes, if we pan around, what we'll do is we'll show you all the other aircraft that's here, and you'll get a general idea of what they've got here. So that's a Qatari A330, and then you've got a Saudi 747. Now apparently the 747 here, the Saudi 747, was used for PPE at Doncaster, and when it finished its PPE runs, it was brought down here, and this is its new home. Hi Steve Jeffrey. Can you give a shout out to everybody at Edinburgh Airport who is working really hard today? Yep, hello everybody at Edinburgh. Jim, afternoon Darren, and good afternoon folks. So what we'll do, we'll carry on panning around for you so you can keep looking. And coming up, we have a little short snippet of Nagus that's here. We did a little video of that earlier on, but you could have caught all of those aircraft. Most of them are Air Portugal, with a couple of different ones, and the last one is EasyJet. But I was quite surprised to see the amount of Norwegian they've got here. So what we'll do, we'll pan around. And see quite a few Norwegians. And then the silver Canberra, which is still flying. XH134, and then you've got the camo one next to it, which is not airworthy, and then finally you've got the aircraft that's got its tug ready to go. Alex Conway, hi, loving it, can't wait for the Buck taxi from Adelaide, Australia. And Stuart Owen, I was at Aviate a week last Friday for brekkie. Aviate is the restaurant dash cafeteria here. But we have loads in the pen. They've got a little closure here for people who have paid to see this aircraft do its engine start and fast taxi run. But we are lucky enough, we're right on the edge of the runway, so we'll get a nice view of it as it heads down the runway. So a bit about this aircraft here, XW544, was delivered to the Royal Air Force in 1972, the year my sister was born, and entered service with 15th Squadron at RAF Luxembourg in Germany. XW544 later to move 16th Squadron in 1979 before returning back to 15th Squadron in 1982. XW544 spent many hours in the hangars due to fuel leaks, and only after a decade of flying was withdrawn from service in 1983. So here we go. So now the aircraft looks like it's going to be towed. Andrew Angus, remember being up at RAF Lossiemouth for Buccaneers last flying day. Number 12 and 2-8 squadrons left Lossiemouth. Great aircraft. Missed greatly. Yes, fantastic aircraft. I can't wait for this aircraft to start. It's going to be absolutely awesome. Keith Brown, hi, thanks for another great stream. It's good to be able to witness, if not able to be there. Thank you very much. So tug is on, chocks have been taken off. And what we'll do, we'll follow the aircraft around to where it's going to be ready for its engine start. So if you are new to us, thank you very much for joining us. It is appreciated. We are on Facebook and on YouTube. absolutely free of charge. So carrying on about XW544, in 1984 XW544 was moved to number 2 School of Technical Training at RAF Cotswold. During its time, it received a repaint into 16 squadron colours, as well as obtaining a refuelling probe, which is never flew or retired with. And as you can see, the last chocks have been taken away. XW544 was seen at RAF Cotswold Air Show in the 1990s with Buccaneer XW547, which is now at Hendon Museum. Once again, these guys are a non-profitable organisation. They work on donations, so hopefully Vicky and Shirley have put up the links on YouTube and Facebook. So any spare kind of money, please do go along to the website and donate as much or as little as you can. As everything, it's nice to get these aircraft to be preserved and hopefully doing fast taxi runs, etc, etc, etc. Piloting this aircraft today is going to be pilot body suction, and I do believe they are now ready. I should carry on telling you about the history of this aircraft. By the mid-2000s and mid-2004, XW544 was acquired by Dave Webber and Andy Webber and George Palmer, who moved it by road to Bruntingthorpe. And then in the 2020 Bruntingthorpe taxi runs, which I've been to a couple myself, they stopped and then they brought the aircraft here to Cotswolds. So this pad here was used by the Royal Air Force Red Arrow Nats when they were flying. That's going back before my time, I do believe. I know I look old. Hi Rachel. So I've been told when this does its engine test here later on, to turn the volume down on the microphone and also put earphones in. It's going to sound absolutely gorgeous from here. So if you've only just joined us, the plan is from here it's going to be towed over to another area of the airfield. It will start its engines, taxi out to the runway, do a fast taxi run, be brought back in, parked up, do a few checks, then it will do an engine run here, which is going to be loud, and then that will be it. So hopefully you're going to enjoy a very loud taxi run just here. Saying hi to Stephen and Blade 29. What a nice surprise for Saturday morning. Look forward to this. Thank you much, Blade 929. I remember the Bucks when they were still in service. Weren't they used during the Falklands War too? I do believe so. So these were used in Iraq. I know the one X894 was. It was in the camo colours originally, and now it was got painted up with the Royal Navy colours. And Steve Franks, hello from sunny Murcia. Murcia in Spain. So Murcia Airport used to be, it's now an airbase. They've actually transferred it over to the Air Force. It used to be where if you were going to South France, middle France, Spain even, you would end up at Murcia or Alicante. Murcia now is an Air Force base. It has always been an Air Force base, but they used to share it, and now they've got a new airport. And I'm not 100% sure if it's actually up and running yet, but I do believe it is. It's taking commercial aircraft in, but I'm not too sure how busy it is. So yes, we were invited along this afternoon to bring this live to you. Andrew Skinner, my dad was on 12 Squadron, 28 Squadron, RAF Honington and Lossiemouth as a navigator. That is pretty cool. Here we go. So remember, this is a dry taxi out. And we'll follow the aircraft as it goes out. Ah, Steve, that's the one. Yep. Hi, Loopy. What we do, we'll follow this aircraft until it gets past the Canberras, and then we'll wait for it to be at its point for departure. Well, not departure, I was going to say departure then, for its fast taxi run. Stephen Hale, perfect weather for it, absolutely gorgeous. It didn't look too great this morning, I have to admit. It did look a bit iffy. But when it does its engine run here later on, it will be doing the arrestor hook, the bomb doors, and also the wings. So make sure you stick around for this. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Buccaneer along with the EE Lightning, my favourite aircraft. That's from Steve Franks. And Stephen Hale done that towing bucks on a rolling pitching deck. Happy days, HMS Ark Royal. Oh, an absolute. To me, that's been an absolute memory. So what we'll do while it's taxiing around. This is XX894. Christine, new airport in Merthyr is Corova. They are about 11 arrivals a day. Very nice airport, definitely not as busy as the old Merthyr. Yes, Merthyr was a good airport. You should have the military doing his display, the what they call a guilla. You just have those guys, plus your normal aircraft landing and taking off. Hi afternoon, Welshie Kev. So it's been slowly pulled around to where it's going to be doing its engine start. And we do have, like I said, we have Vicky on YouTube, and we also have Shirley on Facebook, our mods. And if you feel like you have a spare couple of pound, please donate to the Buccaneer Aviation Group, known as the Teabaggers. What we'll do, we'll pan around so you can see where they are so far. They're right between the Norwegians. Slowly making their way up to the pen. No problem, John. Hope you're keeping well. Buccaneers did some fantastic takeoffs, often tucking carriage, just as, yeah, I've seen some pictures of those. Microphone seems low. Okay, let me turn the volume up for you on the microphone. Bear with me for 2 seconds. I hope that's okay. The microphone is also facing a different area, and as you can see, he's still making his way slowly up to the area where it's going to be doing its engine start. Excellent. Okay, so later on, when it does its engine start from this location, I'm going to have to put ear defenders in, and you might have to turn the volume down on your TVs, laptops, or whatever you've got running to witness this, because it will apparently be very loud, and I can't wait. Order AV fuel. So basically the aircraft is going to end up around this area here. So as it's making its way up, we'll just leave it there for now. And ZPX, what airport? This is Cotswold Airport down in beautiful Gloucestershire. It wasn't so beautiful this morning, but it's absolutely gorgeous now. We had a little visit round Negus, which is up there by the control tower to the left. Negus is the British Airways 747, which is resident here. Now we do have our two photographers with us today as well. We have Lee, he's travelled down from Lincolnshire, and we also have photojournalist Aaron, and they're going to be doing some pictures for the guys and then sending the work in for them to use. Steve, hope Lee's still awake. So if you've just joined us, please do share us, please like, follow, please get us out there. If you're sitting there, just press the share button. Let's get us out there as much as you can. This is going to be absolutely awesome. It's going to sound fantastic, and we are prime location for the engine run. And after its fast taxi run, where we are standing, there's going to be some noise. Absolutely fantastic. So it should be coming into your screen any second from the left. There we go. Just coming into your screen now. Absolutely gorgeous. So there'll be many a times I won't be talking, I'll just go completely quiet. And you'll be able to listen to the engines as they start up. Change the settings for you. It's alright, getting the pictures?
Always, mate, always.
Fantastic. Steve says, are you asleep yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. Very nice indeed. Very nice. That's Lee. He's not asleep yet. He's normally the lightweight of the bunch.
Oh, we already. I've
Normally.
literally just walked back and already we're started.
Normally he's the lightweight of the bunch. He tends to go to sleep. Normally, these two, funny enough, when I took them to East Midlands, the first time they struggled. The second time, one struggled and the other one stayed with me. But then it took him 4 days to get over it. But we've now zoomed in on the aircraft. Oh, we're moving over a bit more. And all of you guys up there by the control tower, you can see us down here behind the Buccaneer. Give us a wave. Yeah, I can see one of you waving. It's brilliant. Love it. So from this location here, she will start her engines and then taxi out to the runway. Joyce, thank you very much for the stars. Craig, thank you very much for the stars. Really appreciate it. Keep up the great work. As soon as I fires up, I will be instantly transported back up to Lossiemouth in the 80s. Thank you very much, Craig. Really appreciate that. And Bubble Skyline, where is this? This is Cotswolds. It used to be known as RAF Kemble, but now it's the Cotswolds Airport. And here they do have a mixture of aircraft, preservation aircraft, as well as civilian stuff being ready for scrap, and also storage for what's happened with the COVID situation. And when their airlines are ready to get them back out on service, they will depart here and then head back into service. To my left there is loads of Norwegian and 2 Canberras. One, I said earlier on, XH134. The silver one is flying, but the camo one is not. But yes, I am burning up here, shall we say. And at the background, I've just seen this, going over the top of the Buccaneer now, I do believe that is a C-17. Oh, let's do that. C-17 out of Bryce Norton. There it is. So there's the C-17 just going out of Bryce Norton. Very nice. Now Bryce Norton's not too far from here. We did have an A400 over the top of us earlier. And I've been informed that here the aircraft going into Bryce will turn finals here for, I presume it'd be 07 here. Yeah, it'd be 07 here. And Stephen Howell, yeah, loving, great stream. Thank you very much, Joyce. Lots of people waiting for Popular. Great to see you back. Thank you much, Joyce. And Kyle, great guys, Airbus Beluga flying over Palmer, heading to Chester. Now we're up there last week or week before. We got the Beluga. First time I've seen a Beluga in all the years I've been photography. Getting a Beluga was quite nice. I hope you've seen the stream. If not, go back on our YouTube channel and you'll see our Beluga stream, which is pretty cool. And I can't see that, but rockets and petrol canisters, thank you very much. But if you've only just joined us and if you have some spare cash, £5 in your wallet or your bank card sitting there looking lonely, go on to the link that we put up already for the the Buccaneer Aviation Group website. Go on there, go on to donate, and please do donate. Get this aircraft doing more taxi runs, bringing more money in. Absolutely fantastic. And I think once you experience this fast taxi run, you might actually think, yep, I've got a spare £5 in my wallet. And later on, where we are stood, we get a engine start next to us, and it's going to be loud. It's going to be very loud, which we can't wait. We love a bit of AV fuel. Have I ever told you about AV fuel?
Never, mate. Go on.
I'd love to have it as an aftershave or air freshener.
Would you?
I would.
That's a good idea, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
I reckon we can make money on that.
I think
I've
so.
got some over there. It's not so good for your skin, though, is it?
I'm not worried about my skin.
Right, so it'll probably be about another 5 or 10 minutes. So what they'll do now is they come back and get the air start unit.
Okay.
Because we use a smaller jet engine to start. We use a smaller jet engine to start the aircraft engines.
Okay, well I'll introduce you just quickly. This is Andy Webber, one of the main men.
Morning.
Do you want to go in front?
No, I don't know.
No.
Not with my skin.
So yeah, if you just want to.
So basically, they position the aircraft now, and now they'll come back and they'll get the air start unit, which is a smaller jet engine, which we use to start the aircraft engines. And then once that's done and the aircraft's up and all the systems are running, they'll disconnect that, and then once the pilot's happy, today's pilot is a British Airways 787 pilot, and his name's Mike Burt.
Okay, cool.
So once he's happy, the engines are running, he'll exercise all the hydraulics, so we'll see the wings fold, the rotating bomb bay will go, the air brakes and all the flaps and everything will be cycled. And once he's happy with that, then they'll taxi out to the right onto the runway, and then I believe they're going to come round further round to the right, and then he'll recover to there after he's done the run.
Okay.
And they may, depending on how much light aircraft traffic there is, they may do more hydraulics in front of the viewing enclosure over there. So it'll probably be about 15-20 minutes all in
Okay.
for the whole thing.
So what speed are we anticipating him going down the runway at?
This is about the 4th time that we've taxied the aircraft here. This is the first time that Mike's done a run here.
Okay.
So at Bruntingthorpe we had almost 2 miles of runway, so
Yeah.
we could go up to around about 100 knots. It won't be that fast today, but it will be very loud, and I don't know, probably about 70-80 knots if that.
Okay. And then
It
later
depends
on,
what he's comfortable with.
later on when we're back here on the ramp,
Yeah,
we have another engine.
we have
run.
both engines run,
Yeah.
and again they'll exercise all the hydraulics, and it'll be 85% power on both engines.
Did you hear that? 85% power on the engines.
So make sure you've got the bass turned up on your speakers.
Yeah, that's
on
going to sound absolutely awesome, guys. That's
Could
brilliant.
shake the neighbours.
Thank you very much, Andy.
No worries.
Appreciate that. So that is sounding pretty cool. Absolutely brilliant. And Andy Elliott, where is this? Well, my all-time favourite aircraft. This is the Cotswolds Airport. It used to be known as RAF Kemble many years ago. Hi, Harry and Lyndon. Thank you much for the stars. An unlucky disclaimer, I saw the A400 over the airport on flight radar. Did you guys see it? It was foggy here, we didn't see it, but we just got the C-17 going out, which is quite nice.
Someone's just put that the link's not working. We're just trying to sort that out now. We're checking it now.
Okay, so apparently the link is not working.
We're on it.
Okay, they're on it. They're going to be looking at the link. Guys, would you do a live stream at RF Lucas, as getting a lot of jet action from there as well? I believe that RF Lucas was a quiet airfield now, and it's all going into Lossy. We will be doing a Scottish road trip in the future. When we leave,
We will.
will you be awake for that?
I'll be awake.
Fantastic. Lee's going to be awake for that one. Does that mean you're going to come with me then?
Absolutely. Well, it depends. Are you inviting me?
Not really.
Oh, there you go then.
I'm sure we can get you to come. We're going to bring Rachel. No, good idea.
No, we'll leave her at home.
Leave her at
We'll
home.
have a boys' week.
Boys week, yeah. And Andrew Webber is now checking it. As you can see, he's put on our page. I'm not too sure if I've put in the wrong link or not. So if moderators are on board, if you can go on to the Buccaneer Aviation Group website and have a look and see if you can grab the link yourselves and put it up. That'd be great if you could for me. Yes, and when we get the aircraft doing its run, make sure them volumes are full blast. We want your neighbours to come round knocking on your door complaining about the noise. We want them to think there's a Buccaneer sitting in there in your living room. Are you doing that for me, Lee? Lee's on the case.
I'm doing it.
No. Right. Okay. It seems it could be Facebook playing up. Could well be Facebook playing up. So we're hopefully going to get that back up and running on Facebook. It seems Facebook had put out the wrong links and it's got the wrong thing up and running. I'm not too sure what to do there. And Andrew Austin, good afternoon. And Jim, Exercise Jump Warrior kicks off today up here in Scotland. I know you've had a lot of traffic up there. And Craig. Yes, it seems to be a dead link. We're trying to sort that link out. So what they're doing is they're getting ready to bring up the other little engine. They said that they get to start. So we're going to do pan around. We've got all the Norwegians here, as you can see. Then you've got the Canberras. And then you've got XX894. Hi, Mariuzzo from Italy. And Thomas Driol. It's sorted now, guys. Fantastic.
Have they got it? So just
Andrew
about to-
Angus, all the action is now based at Lossiemouth. Yep, with the Typhoons and the P8s. I visited there years ago when the tornadoes were there. Seeing them hurtling down the runway and lifting off right at the last minute was absolutely gorgeous. But what they're doing here on the left, you can see the tug is now hooking up to, as Andy said, a smaller engine that will power the thing, get it up and running. You can post it, yeah. And Yorkshire Pud 63, is that an old Red Arrows Nat in the background? Yes, it is. That is here as a gate guard. And
So
the Nats
just-
used to be basically the Red Arrows. This actual pan with this aircraft as you're looking at, the Red Arrows were actually based on this pad here at the time was RAF Kemble.
I've just put it in the chat, Daz. If someone can click on it and let me know if it's now working.
So it's literally just gone into the chat. If someone can go on there and make sure that actually works, that would be absolutely great.
And I'll do the same on YouTube.
And Andrew Austin, afternoon AIA, how are the girls feeling now? So Abby is back to school, she's okay after having a little COVID positive test. Emily, she's okay, she's also, Emily, she's with her boyfriend today. So little Emily's out there. And then the wife, she's over COVID now, but unfortunately she's lost her voice. Fantastic it is, it's brilliant, lovely.
You're only brave when she's not here, aren't you?
Yeah, too right I am. Stupid. Don't worry, she won't be listening. She's at work, so she won't be watching this. So I can say this. So as you can see, the tug is off. And that will be hooking up with the Buccaneer very shortly. And then we will have an engine, well, a taxi run, a fast taxi run. So while that's going up there, we shall look at the Canberras. Canberras, if I remember rightly, were Mariner aircraft, reconnaissance, weren't they? Yep. So we've got XH134 and XH135 here. The Camo 135. It has no engines, but 134 is still flyable, still live. Saying hi to Wendy. Today is the 60th Freak Tricolore team, streaming from 1545. Thank you very much. I do like the old Freak Tricolore, the Italian air display team. Absolutely brilliant. When they're at Fairford, they wow the crowds massively. And some of their moves they do are unbelievable. Shana's just told me she is listening. No, she's not listening. I know she's working hard. So, well, I say hard, not. Hi Mark, Webbo Webster. And Welshie Kev, Daz is going to get himself sent to the doghouse again. What do you mean again? I've not got out the thing. I'm always in it. I live in the thing.
It's not bad though, is it? You get a roof and water.
Exactly.
You get a bed.
Yep.
Fed.
Yep.
It's alright, isn't it?
It's not bad at all. So what we do, yeah, and the food's not bad. It's better than her cooking.
I think you've just extended your stay.
Yeah, yeah. So what we're going to do, we're going to pad around now to the Buccaneer, the one that's going to be doing the fast taxi run. Well, it's about 18 knots, being told. So it's going to be doing about 80 knots, and we are going to be in a prime location for that. But if you have got the link, please do go on it. As it's now working, please go on it. Please donate. Please, please, please. Absolutely fantastic.
Speedy tech support there. See that?
Hey?
The link went down with the amount. It's the amount of traffic.
That's what it is. Andy said it's the amount of traffic they couldn't cope with the amount.
It's reset now. It should be okay.
Dallas Cowboys afternoon. GB Model Zone high. And are they Canberra PR9s?
Yes, they are.
Yes,
yeah.
they are. Do you know any history of these guys? Only one's not flying one is.
The silver one was the flying one.
Yep.
They're different to normal Canberras because they've both been converted to full electric start.
Okay.
Rather than cartridge. But I say the hemp one doesn't have any engines in.
But again, lovely looking aircraft. I've never seen so many Norwegians in my life. The amount of times I've been to Gatwick and seen one or two, I could have come here. For serial number spotters, this is the ideal location, isn't it? If you like.
There's quite a few, yeah.
Yeah. Andrew Austin, the way you're going, Darren, you may end up staying in the car. I've done that a couple of times. Divorce on the car, she will take you for everything you don't have.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Yeah, that's good. I will be able to see on ADSB Exchange. I don't see it at the moment.
No.
No, unfortunately, this doesn't squawk modes,
No.
so you won't see it. But as you can see, Andy, what are they doing there now?
The grey box next to the aircraft is basically a small jet engine. So they're just they're getting the connecting hose from that put onto the aircraft. So you'll see the crew, they'll straighten the hose out, make sure there's no kinks in it. They'll connect it to the number 1 engine, which she's just doing now, I think, yeah. And then once air traffic control have cleared them to start, you'll hear the smaller engine start first.
Yep.
And then you'll hear the aircraft's engine start.
Fantastic. This is going to be awesome.
And it's basically it's an APU, the same as you would have on a 737.
Yeah.
Except it's obviously externally on there instead.
That's Andy Webber. So Andy, what's your role here?
I'm one of the owners of this aircraft, and I'm a member of the Buccaneer Aviation Group. Up until last year I was the secretary of the group, but obviously we hold elections each year, and
like an AGM kind of thing.
Yeah, and another member's doing that at the moment. Mike Overs, who deals with all the shop and organises all our events this year. He's doing that. Obviously we're a company as well.
Yep.
So all of our stuff is recorded. It's all publicly viewable. Any money donated goes straight back into the jets. Obviously the most expensive thing is jet fuel.
Yep.
And we all like to burn it, so we are literally burning money. But to keep something like these aircraft alive, it's the last all British built bomber. You know, they're just a unique piece of history, so
it is.
It's all worth it.
Yeah, 100%.
And 544, which is the aircraft we're looking at now, is actually sporting a Sidewinder for the first time.
Yeah, I'll see that. Yeah.
Put that on a couple of weeks ago. It's very, although we don't think 544 ever actually carried one, they were carried for self-defense in Germany and during the Gulf War.
Okay.
And then if you look to where the wings are folded, just under the fuselage, you can see there's a laser designator pod, which they carried during the Gulf War to designate targets for the Tornadoes, because they weren't quite developed enough to drop their own bombs during the first Gulf War One. And on the other side, it carries a small cluster bomb unit, which they use for training, just practice bombs.
Okay.
And eventually we're hoping to swap all of the kit that's on that aircraft across to 894, because of course 894 was a Gulf War veteran.
Yep.
And so all the stuff that's on 544 at the moment would actually have been carried by that aircraft. And 894 is quite unique in it destroyed an AN12
Yep, I've mentioned that
on
earlier.
here, so
Yeah,
it'd be good to get it back into that scheme.
and it was in camo colour, wasn't this?
The desert pink,
Desert pink, yeah.
Horrible colour. There's one not very dissimilar to the top end of that Saudi.
And we've got Andrew Angus saying, pity we can't see a Tornado these days. Kind of engine runs. Buccaneers and Tornadoes made great team during the Gulf War.
They
Indeed. Yeah. Hi, Leslie White. So from here, the engine will, like Andy said, we'll have an engine start, then it'll taxi out to the right, and then we'll get a fast taxi run, and then it will be brought back in, engine shut down, towed back, and then we'll also have another engine run here at the pad, and that is when it becomes extremely loud, I presume. For some people who are not deaf.
Well, we still give you earplugs.
I've got earplugs, I'm ready to rock and roll with the earplugs. Jazzy John, good afternoon. This is going to sound absolutely awesome. Oh,
That's A400.
oh, we've got an A400 over the top of us. Just come out of Bryce, I think. Yep. I won't even try to get that. But you can hear in the background, you can hear the whirl of an A400 going over the top of us.
Steve will be in his element if he's watching.
Right, so that's
Oh,
the
there we
sound
go.
of the APU starting.
The APU's now just kicking in. Les Clarkson, hi mate, how are you doing today? Very well yourself. Hi Duncan. So that's the APU's just kicking in.
So the pilot will be going through the cockpit now, just making sure he's got all the switches in the right position. And then he'll call for air on, which is basically a direct feed of air. And you can hear number one engine rotating.
Okay.
See the air hose go taut?
Yep. Oh, listen to that. Listen to that, guys. That sounds absolutely gorgeous.
So we'll swap the air hose to the other side and start the number two engine now.
That's what they're doing now. Swapping the air hoses over. And Paul Griffiths, it's not an APU, it's an air start unit. It's like an APU.
It's the same thing really.
Yeah.
It is an A start unit, but
Yeah.
it's
The APU
actually,
would be inside the aircraft.
yeah, it's the same principle.
Yeah.
Just bleed air.
Andrew Austin, A400 may come over my head. Well, it's just got over to our left. Is that right, Lee?
It is, mate.
Oh, he's still awake.
I am awake.
Oh, lightweight.
I have to put my sunglasses on though. You took your cap off.
Oh, I know.
So number two engine starting now.
Andrew Angus, fantastic noise, guys. Oh, can you smell that? Oh, oh yes, we're right.
You could bottle that
Oh.
and make it into aftershave.
Oh, this is perfect. Smell that AV fuel. Oh, delicious.
So they'll disconnect the air start unit now, clear all the stuff away, and then once it's all safe, the crew chief and the pilot will talk to each other with hand signals.
And Steve Hale, sweet smell of burnt AVAC. Beautiful. And Welshie Kev, I think this might be a bit loud in a minute. Laugh out loud. Definitely, we can't wait. And if you are on Facebook or YouTube, please, please, please do get this shared out there, guys. If you are sitting there, press the like button, the thumbs up, get us out there.
So the the crew chief has just given the signal to unfold the wings.
Look at that. Come on guys, press that like button, press the share. Andrew Angus, Aviation Fuel, you guys are making us jealous. Hi Darren Russell.
So now Ollie's just performing a quick walk around check of the aircraft, making sure there's no leaks or anything that could jeopardise any safety issues.
Is Ollie a pilot as well?
Ollie supping, yes he is, yeah.
That's going to sound absolutely awesome. And who is the very lucky back seat guy there, Daz? Don't know.
I can't remember what his name is, sorry.
Okay, but he's lucky.
He's made a donation to their group for the privilege, but I can't.
Brilliant. So you can actually get this as well if you actually
Yes,
donate.
you can, yeah. If you contact the group, you can have a ride in the back of the aircraft.
Yeah, that guys.
And the price is basically the cost of jet fuel.
Yeah, that guys. Come on. Imagine that being the back seat of this, taxiing down the runway or when the engine starts. Fantastic.
Hopefully Sean's still listening. That's a great birthday Christmas present.
Shut up. Raw action, keep up the good work from George. Oh my God, this is awesome from Mark. Mark Hughes, good afternoon all. Space Dreams, hi. Wish we had smell-o-vision.
Yeah, so the ground crew are clear now, so Mike, the pilot, will be talking to air traffic, and as soon as he starts moving, they'll have cleared him for his run.
Fantastic. And look at the crowds behind. There's an amazing amount of people have come here this afternoon, right by the control tower. Even at the pen, there's loads of people have come to witness this today. Loads of people. And plus you guys online. We have 191 on YouTube. Let's get this out there guys. Share.
Just a quick brake check there to make sure they're working.
Share and like this guys. Share it out there. Press the thumbs up and everything else. So he's doing a 180 here, is he? Just
It's just do a figure of 8 just to.
look at that. That's absolutely gorgeous head-on shot there, guys. Look at that. Stunning. So this is going to be powered up to 85% once on the runway. That's going to be absolutely awesome. And you can see all those people at the top there. James Dowd, fantastic. Craig Clayson, why is the canopy open?
It's hot in there, there's no air conditioning.
No air conditioning.
So until he goes onto the runway, he won't close that. You can see the air brakes have just opened on the back of the aircraft.
Yep.
And they're closing again now. and you can just see the bomb door, I think. And now he's setting the flaps and the ailerons, because although we don't actually need to use them, it is nice to see it in the correct configuration for takeoff.
Yeah, definitely. Loving it, watching it from Stoke-on-Trent.
And there you see the arrestor hooks just dropped, and up he goes again.
So when this comes back here at the pad, we'll be getting all this close up. Close up. So make sure you stay here, guys.
Now the bomb door's just rotating now.
So what's happening out here on the tarmac now, before his taxi run, we will get this very, very close to us very, very shortly. And the weather has been absolutely brilliant for this.
Lovely.
And Belegos, my first view of the airport and introduction to Teabag, now on my wish list to visit. Fantastic. And like I said, if you do have a few spare pounds, I know things might be a bit tight, but to get this aircraft, doing more of this, please go on the links that we've put below, and please do donate, buy merchandise, anything will help. And Joyce, this is breathtaking, awesome. The best is yet to come. And Darren Russell, what time is it there? It is 13:06 in the afternoon. Saturday afternoon, glorious. And Lee is still awake.
That's why I'm wearing sunglasses, so you can't see if I am. You
Oh,
woke me up.
stop up about my head. You just can't handle it.
No,
You like your
you
sleep.
woke me up now. My sunglasses would be thinking I was awake there. Yeah. Having the
That
kids with me.
smell is beautiful.
Stunning, isn't it?
Oh.
Oh.
See, now that sun's actually gone in, that actually helps with all the viewing of the other aircraft here. So here you've got 747s, you've got Qatari A330, loads of A319s and 20s, 737s by Norwegian, and of course, what we come for, the Buccaneer. Here we go. As per normal, if you've only just watched my streams recently, you may not know I do military, I do Lakenheath, etc, etc, Coningsby, and when the aircraft get ready for departure, I always go quiet. But it's not actually departing, it's just doing a fast taxi run, but same principle, we want to listen to them engines and not me rabble on, isn't that right, Lee?
Absolutely.
So we are going to go absolutely quiet, enjoy. Saying hi to Helen. Amazing, watching this from Aberdeen. This is the British design at its best. And Paul G, majestic aircraft, a great British achievement. Jesus Nut Aviation Channel, spot on Darren and co. Jesse John, so this can't take off ever. No, unfortunately not. But it does offer night shoots if you like your photography, it offers fast taxi runs. But just to keep this aircraft, just doing that, it needs donations, it needs people, enthusiasts with spare cash, little or as much as possible. Every penny helps. Every penny helps. Hi Clive. I presume here he's just waiting for ATC clearance.
Yeah.
We have one inbound, I do believe, over there, turning into finals, or base leg, should we call it. So a normal circuit in aircraft will be take off. When they turn right or left, it's going to be, I don't know, can't remember now, but then it goes down to a downwind leg, and then finally base, and then final. I think it's upwind, I'm not too sure. You would know. No, you don't know.
No, it's just turning
So you
base
do
to
have
final.
not too sure when it takes off, you have partial roll, then it goes on the downwind leg, left or right, which will be determined by the wind,
Isn't it? Take off, upwind,
upwind, turn right,
crosswind, downwind,
that's it,
base,
base leg,
final.
finals, that's it, there you go. I was nearly there. I got 95% of it right.
That's a pass.
Hey?
That's a pass.
That is a pass, guys. Just make
Okay,
you
read
aware.
that book, we'll make a note of that.
Yeah. And what we'll do, well, while we're waiting, we'll pan up to the top there, and you can see the Spitfire, the Sturman. I do believe that was a Chipmunk King came in earlier on, and also the Nat, which is a gate guard here at the Cotswolds. And all you lovely people standing up there, it looks like there's thousands of you up there. And then while we await for his clearance, we can show you over the other side. So there's your Qatari A330, and then your 747s. Oh, we have a yak coming in. So we'll wait to get the yak touching down. And that's the yak safely down. And now hopefully, with the yak down, the Buccaneer will get its clearance for fast taxi. Lee World, this is stunning. Thank you so much, guys. Ed Custard, thank you. Here we go. So this is going to be taxiing right past us, then turning around. But do stay with us after the taxi run is finished, because it will be doing an engine start right next to us. And to say it's going to be loud, it's going to be absolutely awesome. Not just loud, but absolutely fantastic. You can see all the Air Portugal aircraft behind. And then finally EasyJet is the last one. So I appreciate you guys inviting us down here this afternoon to bring this to you. Hope you're enjoying it. If you are, please do share, like, follow, pass us around. Don't forget we're absolutely free of charge. Bring you military and civilian live streams. Things can't get any better on Saturday afternoon for this. you remember the Buccaneers, Lee? Or before your time?
A little bit before my time.
Oh, well, you didn't say that. You're only 38. Right guys, I'm going to go completely quiet now. Enjoy the noise. That was awesome. And he'll get to the bottom of the runway and then back taxi. Now, who didn't like that? How many of us would love to keep them going there? Definitely. That was brilliant. Caroline Booty, thanks very much. Don't forget to stick with us. So Darren Russell, basically that was his fast taxi run. So he got to the windsock and puts the power off. It's just a fast taxi run. But don't forget to stick with us. They will be towing it back, and then after they've towed the aircraft back, we will get a engine start here. So he's now taxiing back towards us. Just over the mound at the moment. Should come to your screen any second now. And takes back memories of Bucks at Lost Email from Andrew Angus, Nigel Woods, awesome. Loopy, brilliant. Alison Tidy, good afternoon. Arrow, UT, I was waiting for the thing to fly. Unfortunately, no, it's not flying. It's just a fast taxi run. The aircraft now is taxiing back here, and then it will go cold, and while it's cold the aircraft then will be towed back to its pad, and we're going to stay live while the aircraft's being dealt with crew working around it, and then eventually it will do a engine run here on the pad, which will be absolutely awesome. Lovely and warm now, isn't it?
Beautiful.
See the heat haze coming off the taxiway now. They know you. It's amazing, isn't
You've
it?
set this mark of me now, haven't you?
So as he taxis back in, he'll fold the wings, and then once he's stopped, the crew chief will have a quick walk around the aircraft, make sure everything's okay, and then it'll be shut down.
And then we have another engine run at about 2:30.
Yes.
So don't go anywhere. We are going to stay live. But the crew will be walking around checking the aircraft and doing some work on the aircraft while we are live until the engine run a bit later. But if you think that was awesome, when this does an engine run later, right next to us, I'm going to have to put earplugs in.
He's come right down the end because air traffic have obviously asked him to keep the apron clear.
Yep. So as this is an active airfield, he's going to have to keep off the grass. There's a grass runway here, and as you can imagine, there's lots of little aircraft here. So chocks are going on. Andrew, Angus, you guys have brought some great memories with this live show of the Buccaneer. Many thanks. No problem at all. Ian Hovey worked on the Bucks in Honiton ASF 1979 to 81. Was a Corporal Scotty. Used to ground run and play with the wing fold, bomb door, rotation and hookup. Great toys. Margaret Elizabeth Burks, I lived near Lossie and loved watching these guys take off and land. Craig Clayson, will this ever fly? No, unfortunately not. It won't ever fly.
It's what the Civil Aviation Authority class as a complex aircraft, so it'll never get cleared
Never get cleared.
in the UK. There was some flying in South Africa,
Okay.
at Thunder City,
Yep.
but they're not flying anymore.
So the wings have gone up now. So the next process will be engine shutdown. Towed back. Guys will be walking around checking the aircraft over, ready for our engine run. There we go. And Paul Walker, what's going on today then? This aircraft has done a fast taxi run down the runway and we'll be doing an engine run very shortly. So don't go away. If you do go away, go and get yourself a cup of tea, coffee, milkshake, burger. Lee forgot the bacon rolls this morning. Do you, Lee?
Yes, boss.
Yeah.
Whatever you say, boss.
Yeah. So instead, I've got a bottle of water. I'm going to say a bucket of water then.
Donated bottle of water.
Donated bottle of water, shall we say. Because he couldn't even supply any water, could you?
You're the boss. You're meant to treat us when we're out.
Oh, here we go.
Gave you a new hat, what more do you want?
It's a borrowed one.
Amazing. I even lit my Jet A1 candle to get me in the mood. Fantastic work all round. Thanks, Craig. So what they're going to do now is hook the thing up and bring it back here. And then get ready for round two. So you fancy doing a bit of modelling, Lee, for that book?
Bit of modelling.
Go on. So what Lee's going to do, he is going to stand in front of the camera, or do you want me to?
It's up to you. This face is made for radio, not camera.
Well, Lee's going to stand in front of the camera and he's going to show you a fantastic book. It is available on the website, Buccaneer Aviation Group, and I've been through it this morning. It's got fantastic. It's the history of the group. Now, don't look at your
Lovely photo.
Up. There you go. So it's on the website, and we have put links below. Thanks, Lee.
You're welcome, mate.
I'd just keep it, mate, that you're okay for radio, not TV.
Yeah, absolutely.
So while we wait, we'll pan around to the right so you can see all the other aircraft parked over. So there's your A330 Qatari.
I think, I'm not 100%.
Not 100%, it may be a Qatari. And then we have some 747s. And then look at this lot. All waiting to go back into service. They're all waiting. So as soon as we can, we'll get these guys back out on the air and we can go on our holidays and enjoy ourselves. But don't disappear. Don't disappear at all. We've got more coming up. And then on this side, where the aircraft's going to be taxiing through, back round to the left, we do have the Norwegians. Apparently they weren't there a couple of days ago.
No. They were across the other end.
But we have seen Nagus. And then we've got the Canberras here. And then the chaps are working on XX894. And as the aircraft gets towed back, we'll move back round so you can see the aircraft coming in. And John Stevenson, if you lived closer, I'd bring you a bacon roll and a coffee. I really appreciate that.
What they failed to mention is there's actually a cafe, a hog roast and burger van at the top.
Yeah.
They're not starving, guys, don't worry.
No, not starving, they're just dribbling now. Yeah, Aviate Caf is here. Restaurant, Caf restaurant, stroke, on site, up by the control tower. Welsh Kev, anyone know if the Duxford Air Show being covered by anyone today? No, normally I do believe it's Plains TV that cover that.
They're not live, is it?
And Jazzy John, top display, thanks, see you all, hugs and all. Thanks, John. So on our mod team today we have Shirley, and we also have Vicky, doing a fantastic job. Thank you, ladies. It's always nice to get a couple of ladies doing the job properly, isn't that right, Lee?
Absolutely.
I bet they never get tired, don't drop out.
Or forget the sandwiches.
And they bring sarnies normally.
Stop. God, don't encourage him. God. I'm trying to think of your waistline anyway, mate, you know.
I am, and is making bigger.
That t-shirt says otherwise.
Which size 40 trousers don't fit. Cheers, Daz, for that info. Yeah, the info, what? Me not having any food? I know. But do pop along to the website. Donate whatever you can. What waistline? Ouch. That's not very nice from Shirley. Did Lee say he forgot his cap? Don't worry, Shirley. I've given him another cap. I've got a couple in the van.
Yeah,
100.
Caps for sale, aren't the boss?
Yeah, we have to have some caps.
Brand new.
Brand new. We've got quite a few in stock. So if you want a cap, I was going to say helmet. So if you want a baseball cap, yeah, we've got plenty, haven't we, Shirley? Andrew Austin, is it true that the Antonov AN225 has been retired from use? I have no idea on that one.
I don't think so. If you go on, there's a guy, somebody, Mr. Antonov or something like that.
Okay.
He's got a YouTube channel. I saw a video recently. They were flying it out of Leipzig or somewhere like that.
There you go. It's amazing how quiet the airfield goes, isn't it? But in a little while, it's going to go loud again. Darren is going to get a slap soon. Who from? AIA or Abby? Well, normally I get abuse from Abby anyway. And unfortunately she couldn't be here today. She's looking after Grandad, probably feeding him.
And
Probably
herself.
And herself. they probably went for a breakfast about 9 o'clock this morning, and she's probably had her lunch and looking at tea all in one go. Space Dreams, the things you see, the wings next gear, the things you see on the wings next to the gear are called slipper tanks.
Yes.
Yep. Please don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube. Yes, please do subscribe. Please share and like. And if you're dropping off now, you're going to miss, or hopefully you're going to come back. Go and have a bacon sarnie. Or
I was just going to say I need to go and get him again now, don't I? Yeah, tell him I'll come down to the gate and get him.
you're going to see a fantastic engine start very shortly. So if you have disappeared, make sure you do return. Set your you don't even press your notification bell, do you? Because you're actually already here. And I'm already live. That ain't gonna
We
work.
need to give it a thumbs up.
Make sure. Oh, we can put this little video on, can't we? So what I've done, we because Nagus is here, we done a short video earlier. But before we do that, look at our merch. Got to plug the old merch, ain't ya?
Absolutely.
So our merch is on scope. Now we've had quite a few orders recently. On scope is our featured merchandise. You can have whatever aircraft you like in the middle of the radar, whether it's a Spitfire, Concorde, whatever you like.
Even a Buccaneer.
Even a Buccaneer, how about that? Even a Buccaneer, you can get that put in there. All you got to do is buy the size you require, 3XL, 1XL, whatever size you like. And then from there, in the notes section, put what aircraft you would like in there, and then we will put the aircraft in there for you. Next one will be a little video we put up earlier on. So this video is of Nagus. Enjoy. So this was Nagus earlier on. It's parked up around by the control tower, but we quickly nipped up there and done a little video. It's not going to be very long, but it just shows you the aircraft is here. And it looks absolutely splendid. A little walk round. Sorry it's a bit shaky, but I was handheld walking around the aircraft. But this is up where the stalls are. So if you're up that way, say hi. Give us a wave. But this is me earlier on. I was walking around. I know a couple of people see us with our high vises on. We're walking around the aircraft. Just getting a little video footage for you. Showing you Nagus. And also you've got a Buccaneer cockpit up at the top there where Nagus is. You can actually, I think you can go and sit inside it, can't you?
For a small donation, you can sit inside it.
Yep, for a small donation you can sit inside the aircraft as well. And that's up there by the stalls. You have a stall for Buccaneer merchandise, that's up there as well. But just keep you in the loop, the Buccaneer is now taxiing back down towards us. Once it's here or in close, we'll come off the video. So they've got a grass runway here and also a hard stand runway, concrete or asphalt. And then also the last picture, you can see all the aircraft. There's a British Airways 747 in the background. and you can see that all up from the top there where the control tower is and where the burger food is, the burger bar, hog roast, bacon sarnies that I'm not getting. Oh, he's walked off now. He's left me on my own. But that's up the top there. And then there's the Nat. The Nat was based here with the red arrows. Where the pad where the Buccaneer is kept, this is where the Nat is based, or were based, at RAF Kemble, now Cotswolds. Cotswolds Airport. And here we are back. So we're back on the stream, and the Buccaneer is now coming back around. So you're actually seeing there what is actually up at the top end there. And all we're doing now is just waiting for the aircraft to taxi back round to us. Bear me for a couple of seconds. And that's very true, Andrew. It is a shame that COVID has caused so much issues with aviation. So this aircraft here you're looking at was involved in the Iraq War. And thank you much for the stars, Leslie, really appreciated. So in about 45 minutes we will have a engine run here. So here they have general aviation, they have your normal Cessnas, etc, etc, and then they have aircraft here waiting to be scrapped and also in storage. The Buccaneer that was just did the taxi run is now being towed back into place. We'll see that in a minute. Where can I donate some prints by Mike B? I do believe if you contact the organisation Buccaneer Aviation Group, they might be able to help. Is the aircraft hangared? No, unfortunately the aircraft is not hangared. They're kept out in all weathers. But talking to Andy earlier, they are hoping for the aircraft to be hangared in the future. That's what they're hoping for. That is what the plan is. And I do apologise for the silence. The aircraft is slowly being taxied back. And once the aircraft comes back into viewing, we'll make sure that we watch it being towed back in. Literally right by the camera at the moment. And what we'll do, we'll pan around to it now, coming into just behind the camera's nose there. Case, in case of interest, one of these was sold for Gumtree for 28k. It used to sit at a petrol station. Oh, that's, yep, I've seen that one up at Eglin. I did wonder what happened to that one. So it's been sold. Wow. Thanks for that bit of information. So slowly being brought back into location. But the stream doesn't stop there, folks. If you think the fast taxiway run was special, this coming up is going to be absolutely amazing. Make sure you share it around, because we're going to have an engine start here at this location. And it's going to be loud. XH134 there in the desert colours. That's XH135 in the desert colours. 134 is flyable, and it's the silver one, 134. And we'll leave it there while we're bringing this aircraft onto the pad. So this pad, this is exactly where the NAT Red Arrows were based here, and this is the pad they used to use. Do you do civilian aviation streams, guys? From Stephen. Yes, we do. Once we're allowed to do, well, once the traffic builds up a bit more, we will be out there doing some proper live streams. My local is Luton, then Stansted, Heathrow, and I will be visiting further afield when we can. No problem at all. Space Dreams. Is the Buccaneer retired? Yes, it is. James Pros, you're doing a great coverage. Thanks. No, thank you very much for watching. So there's going to be a bit of time now where not much is going to go on. They're going to be just doing some work on the aircraft before they do a engine run, but that will be absolutely fantastic from this location. It's going to be loud. The Buccaneer for the petrol station sold. I remember seeing that when I've been to Lossiemouth, seeing that aircraft parked on in the petrol station. So when I see it was up for sale, it's already been sold. Wow. Been slowly put in place. So that's where the aircraft's going to be sitting, and it will be doing an engine test run in a little while. Flying Huck, it's amazing to see these aircraft again. Thank you, Flying Huck. So all the hard work goes into preserving these two aircraft They were planning on doing both today, but unfortunately one has got a leak, so that won't be doing anything today. But the other one will be doing, as you can see, just being chocked on. We'll be doing an engine run from here. Will you be doing any Europe trips in the future? 100%. Yes. Unfortunately, again, down to COVID, we were stopped from doing any of those, but we do have ideas of doing European stuff. As soon as we're able, we'll be out there. As you can imagine, we've been stopped from doing any real streams out there, European and beginning it was both. We weren't allowed to do anything, so hopefully now going forward we will be out there and about. We've done our East Midlands recently. That was a one hell of a stream. That was absolutely awesome. That was from 7:30 at night until 3 o'clock in the morning, I do believe. So that was one of our longest streams to date so far, but there will be more following in the future. Loads more. Team Collins, I love your domestic streams just the same, guys. Thanks very much. Yeah, we went through a stage of being able to get out there, and obviously then we had some family issues which stopped us from doing lots of things, but now them family issues have kind of slowed down, so now I can actually get out and about and do things, which is good. And the sooner we can get out there and bring you some European stuff and other live streaming events, the better. But it was nice for these guys to invite us down today to do this, which is absolutely fantastic. And all we're trying to do with these guys is to push the audience for them. Yeah, it was we finished at 3 AM, and then from there we drove to Chester, and then from there we did the Beluga. First time for me on the Beluga, absolutely brilliant. But this is where the aircraft's going to be doing its engine test in a little while. So make sure you tell people, because this is going to be deafening, absolutely deafening. I've been told I'm okay where I am, but I've got ear defenders. You know, this will keep Lee awake. He won't sleep over this. And also, don't forget, we do everything for free. Everything we do is absolutely free of charge. We only work on donations only, and every penny that we get, we push back into aviation in action. So wherever it's donation, stars, super chat, whatever you got, we appreciate it, and it goes straight back in to AIA. And all we do with the money is we push it back in. It gives us more updates, better software, etc, 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 and allow us to bring better streams for you guys. And as you can see, we've got two of our toggers there. We have Lee that's still awake, and we have Aaron. These are the two lightweights that couldn't handle the first stream, but the second stream, Aaron did well at East Midlands, but Lee can handle it. So we've got Aaron in the middle, Andy Webber to the right, and then we have Lee to the left. Big shout out to our organisation for this. Yes, this is the Buccaneer Aviation Group. or known as the teabaggers. So with the teabaggers 8894 and XW544, the one that was doing a fast taxi run, were separate groups when airframes arrived by road from Bruntingthorpe. 894 in 2003 and XW544 in 2004. Both groups then had the same goal, and with the same goal both groups worked closely together in restoring each other's aircraft to get them both back to running order, and this was around 2010. It became a reality for the group. In 2011 the group merged together and became the Buccaneer Aviation Group. In 2020, Bruntingthorpe's days of vintage Cold War fast jets along the runway, which I've been to a few myself, unfortunately came to an end. But after much discussions and kind invitation, the Buccaneer Aviation Group elected to move both X94, and as you can see both are now in your screen. You've got X94 to your left and 544 to your right. Both were moved to the Cotswolds Airport, this was formerly known as RAF Kemble. So this is where the Red Arrows were based, here on this pad. And this is where the aircraft will stay. They're looking at getting a new hangar for the aircraft in the future, and they'll be doing fast taxi runs. They do fast taxi runs, they do night shoots, anything possible to try and bring some money for the aircraft to keep it at its glory. And MM is XW530 is the number of the Buccaneer from Elgin. So we did visit there when we did Lossiemouth for the Jort Warrior a few years ago. And it was absolutely brilliant. You all do an awesome job. Love the chatter. Thanks, Joyce. And MM, thanks for doing what you do and for free. Yes, it's a passion. So a little bit of history about me. The age of 9, my dad took me to London Heathrow Airport, and it took me up to one of the car parks. My dad's not interested in aviation, but obviously I am a little bit. And we sat there, and on the first visit to Heathrow, I witnessed 7 Concords. So I witnessed 7 Concords taking off, and it was absolutely fantastic. And that was me hooked. After that, that was me done, and ever since I've been into aviation. So I've did what you call dot spotting, where you look up and look at the aircraft to take serial numbers down. From there I've done photography, and then one thing I never did was video work. And one day I just gave up photography after 20 years, and the wife turned and said, why don't you try videoing? And here we are, videoing / live streaming. So if you are new to us, jump along and have a look at some of our YouTube videos. There's loads more going to be coming up soon. We've only been doing live streaming and videos for about a year and a bit, but our main objective was photography. We have a fantastic selection of photographers. Every day, or most days, a picture will go up by one of our photographers. We pick the subject on the Sunday, and they will go through their catalogue, and then they will produce a picture for you guys. And that is what we do. And then hopefully we get invited to more events. We have the C-54 Skymaster. We're involved with that. We've been invited down by these guys to cover this, and hopefully we'll be invited again to do more coverage. We've also done some work with the Gazelles Helicopter Squadron and also Team Raven, and more stuff from them will be coming out shortly, more videos, etc, etc. Joint Warrior starting Monday. Yes, and a very sad day when Concorde finished its service. Beautiful aircraft. I did work at British Airways for a little while, driving the pilots to and from the aircraft at Heathrow. And to actually work at British Airways and take the pilots to and from the aircraft was an amazing job. But But what we need from you guys, we just need you guys to share and get us out there. The more you get us out there, the more we'll bring, the better it is for us. We like seeing the numbers on the chat, we like seeing the numbers on Facebook. So the aircraft to the right, XW544, will be the aircraft they're going to be doing a engine run. And I've been told air defenders will be needed. So I've got them. I'm ready to go. And MM, I was lucky enough to be working as a subcontractor at IF Lossiemouth and IF Kinloss. Spent most of my time watching planes, hooked ever since. Yes, so tell us how you got into aviation. We've got a bit of time, so how did you get into aviation? What is your memories? And Abby's just popped on. Hi Abs, hope you're okay mate. Have you had lunch, breakfast and dinner yet? So mine was, like I said, age of 9, Dad took me up to Heathrow. He's not interested in aviation at all. It's his fault. Ever since I've been involved in aviation, whether it's civilian or military, it's there. I'm all over it. Whether it's, like I said, civilian or military, I love it. It's absolutely brilliant. What are your fond memories? How did you get involved? Yep, she's had lunch. And Phil Tovio will be doing a live stream tomorrow from Northampton bus rally. So if you like your buses, jump onto Phil Tovey. Phil Tovey, give it a plug. Come on, get your name, your channel out there, or whatever you're doing. Time Bandit, fantastic channel and stream, guys. Thank you very much. My first job, proper job in a career, I was a London bus driver, Phil, for a few years, driving down Oxford Street. So Kev, Welshie Kev, as a child, was taken to Cardiff Airport to see planes taking off and landing, and went to a few air shows, got hooked, and then still love them to this day. It's funny how many people get into aviation through that way, sitting at an airport. Another one was Luton Airport. I used to sit at Luton Airport quite regular, and then going to air shows. Andrew Austin, I went to my first air show when I was 7. I'm now 56. So you're 10 years older than me. Not rubbing that in there. Space Dreams, my first show was Southport Air Show when I first saw the Short Staccato, and the sound that made me go into aviation as well. Seeing Concorde from Manchester take off for the last time. Yes. Seeing Concorde take off for the last time while landing. That was an emotional day at Heathrow, as you can imagine. And Joyce, from very young, got photo of me sat in a helicopter about 4 years old. I lived in Fort William and loved jets flying over my house. I've been to Lossiemouth. I was very lucky enough to see the Nimrod Vulcan Tucano Tornado fly for the last time, as well as the TriStar. Yep, I was lucky enough to be in the last operational flight with the TriStar out of RF Bryce Norton, where we went up with typhoons and also tornadoes. Now, if you don't know, Tornado's my absolute fantastic favourite aircraft, and to see it at Lossiemouth coming down the runway, Marham, absolutely brilliant. So who else has got some memories? And Vicky, I spent a lot of my childhood sitting at Heathrow or Luton with my parents. I got hooked, but at the time it was not cool for a young girl talking about planes. Now it's really cool. It is one of the coolest things ever, getting women and children and young girls into aviation. Flying Huck, I used to go to RAF Hendon air shows in the 1950s. Now we're going back. So who else has got memories or how to get into aviation at the beginning? So as you can see what the crew are here are doing, they're getting the area set up for a safe zone for engine run. As you can see, there are cars coming behind them, but these are paid people. They're going to come along and stand by the barriers and watch this aircraft do a engine run. That's going to be happening in about half an hour. So you've got plenty of time to go to the toilet, get yourself a cup of tea, coffee, bacon sarnie that I haven't had. Time bandit, I got into aviation in the mid-70s. Taken to Luton Airport, Court Line, TriStars, BAC 111s, Monarch Airways, Britannia, all the memories. Oh, Monarch and Britannia, yeah, 767s out of Luton. I remember seeing a I remember seeing a Concorde went in there once. Concorde took off in Luton, I remember that, and I remember the 747 SP. So what I've been told is they're actually moving the aircraft over to the right bit.
It's too close.
It's too close to...
Drop the wings for the engine room.
Yeah, so they're too close to this, the XX894, so they're just moving over a fraction. Andrew Austin, maybe I shouldn't have mentioned my age. Next one, Andrew Angus, my father in 612 Squadron during the war, based at Dice, Aberdeen, and that's how I got involved with aircraft later in life. Seeing all types, lightnings to typhoons. Fantastic. Abby, I know she'd pop up there. I saw the Apache for the first time and I fell in love with aviation. And I think that was about the age of 4, wasn't it, Abs? You've been involved in aviation? I think you love it, don't you, mate? Most girls, I thought they had pictures of Brad Pitt and people like that for their walls, or blokes called Leah Aaron. But she's got Apache. Well, she did have. So they're just repositioning because the wings will be coming down, bomb doors will be opening, and the rest of the hook will be coming down during the next bit of engine testing. Pretty, isn't it? Lovely. That one I like it, eh? Gorgeous.
Yeah, it's good.
And else, Euclid, what is the name of the aircraft? We are looking at the Buccaneer. Drone and Sundry. What is the aircraft? Where is the aircraft? It is at Cotswold. Used to be known as RAF Kemble. I was in the RAF when these were still about. Dave Hull was a driver of them. He had many top stories. Bananas, bananas, go Gary. Anyone remember the Vickers Vanguard? Wasn't that a small propellered transporter? And Keith, Darren, do remember JMC Airlines. JMC, yeah. JMC Airlines, yeah. Who is with you, Dad? Well, we have Lee. He's still awake, Abs. We're all right. And we've also got Aaron with us.
He's also still awake.
Abby was age 3. There you go. So Abby's been involved in aviation since the age of 3, and now she's 32. She's now 10, bless her. Still likes her food. And Loopy, first air show was Biggin Hill, about 63 to 64. Don't remember much about it, but into aviation ever since. Cheers, Loopy. Tim Collins, I remember watching A10s over Molesworth, Nottinghamshire, and also Warminster on Salisbury Plain. Now, Salisbury Plain, I used to visit quite a lot. You do like Salisbury Plain. That's where Abby has been grown up, because she likes her helicopters. So what's happening now, the people who are arriving now they've paid for the experience to get pictures, and this is all to help the funds for the Buccaneer. They rely on events, they rely on charity, they rely on donations, people buying the books and merchandise.
You can't do it for other people.
Happy. Sure do like my food, Dad. Shane Smith, afternoon, Darren and Abby. Hi Shane. Time Bandit. Then progressed to Heathrow Airport, Queen's Building every Saturday, Green Line 724 from Hatfield. I used to get on the old 747 Jetlink from Watford Junction. My dad used to trust me to get on there on my own. I used to go up to Queen's Building, sit there and go in a little shop where all the models were, have a sausage roll and stuff. And I think we've still got Vicky on board on YouTube. My first air show was Mildenhall as a teenage girl. It is, obviously it's not Luke. As a teenage girl, I was fascinated with the American pilots. Yeah, they certainly know how to put a show on.
Get it.
Oh, just making sure we've got enough power. Last thing we need is power to drop off. So the same principle as earlier on. We have the external APU. Bet you're glad the Buccaneer has no afterburners. Lightnings and Phantoms doing engine runs with 4 afterburners at RF Lucas. Absolutely great. Yeah, if this had afterburners, I could see me getting toasted.
Thought you were going to say lose your air. What's left of it?
Like a marshmallow.
Don't laugh too much, that wobble. Oh,
Likewise.
Lee is sitting down. Expect snoring in the background in the next few minutes. Sun's gone in, so Aaron's all right. He's not going to burn. Oh, he is burning. Burnt. Jean J, hope you are well, and your girls are helping you. Nope. Well, Lee and Aaron are here.
Yeah, girls are in.
Girls are here. Yeah. Yeah, the girls are here. My normal assistants aren't here.
Is that us done now? We're going to stop being
Yeah,
roasted.
yeah.
Cheers,
Just stop
mate.
now. MKMD Exploration Paranormal. I remember seeing a video of Buccaneer in the Gulf. The Americans couldn't even engage the Buccaneer as it was so low. It was funny to watch. So what we'll do, we'll pan out of this one, and you can see both aircraft in their glory while we wait for instructions at the aircraft. I gather Shirley's just put down on Facebook, sat down again.
Yeah. I'm disappointed that you forgot the food, because I could have made it feel like Abs was here, because I would have polished it all off for you, you know.
Abby wants to know, is it nice weather? Yep, the sun's just gone in, but it was a bit warm earlier on. They did forecast rain earlier, and it's coming over a bit dark behind us. But hopefully, Lee will do a rain dance and keep it away from us.
Aaron's going to hold the brolly for you.
Yep, only when it's thunderstorms though.
Maximum efficiency.
Why do we cut up?
So who else has memories, or how did they get into aviation? We have 98 watching us on YouTube, 97. If you're there watching us, press the thumbnail. Is it thumbnail?
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Share us. Get people following us, because the engine test run in a minute will be absolutely awesome.
Like, share, follow. Like, share, follow.
Like, share, follow. There we go. Like, share, follow,
Subscribe.
and subscribe. How am I going to remember? I'm going to write that down.
It's 4 words.
Hey,
It's 4 words.
I'll still forget that.
It's 2 more than your name.
I'll still forget that. What airplane is that? That's from Abby. This is the Buccaneer, mate. This was long time before you were born. These were flying. This was in the RAF, mate, and in the Royal Navy. There seems to be a lot of people supervising. So the people to the left, there are a lot of people. They're paying customers, so they're here to watch the aircraft do an engine
Everybody's wearing high vis.
test run. They're all, if you notice, they've all got high vises on, so they're going to be.
Rules of the airfield.
Yeah, Aaron's making it quite clear. Rules of the airfield, high vises have to be worn, but they're all going to be standing behind a barrier. As you can see the car going behind, they're going to be standing behind a barrier when the aircraft does an engine test. Is that okay, Abs? What time's dinner? Steve Jeffries. Lee's still awake, Daz. Yep, he's still awake. But it's not looking too healthy behind us.
It'll be fine.
We'll be fine. Yeah. It was better than this morning. That fog was absolutely terrible. I thought this was going to be called off.
He's super.
Yes. So if Shirley can you put the link to the Buccaneer Aviation Group page for me? So here we have, they work on donations, like I said, any form of spare cash if you've got anything at all. They work on donations, events like this, and also they work on, give us a wave, they work on timeline events, etc, all kind of events that they can to make a bit of money to help run the aircraft. Oh, they're both down. Abby is making chips. Abby's making food.
Does she deliver?
Yeah, yeah.
Uber abs.
Uber apps.
I am young, not like you. Thanks, Abs.
Uber abs.
Yeah, Uber Abs. That's a big one, isn't it?
That's Grandad's proper.
So they're just going for a debrief on what to expect, and then within the next 10 to 15 minutes, we will have an engine run. I've got my ear defenders. You got a pair of ear defenders, boys?
Yep.
Got yours?
Yeah.
Fantastic. We've all got ear defenders. What I've been recommended, if you've got a TV, turn the volume up if you want to really annoy your neighbours, because it's going to be very loud. Very, very loud.
They're big box. They was handing them all out to everyone.
But do pass us around. And Andrew, Austin, I am pleased that Abby's got an appetite. Appetite? Yeah. I have to do extra hours of work to pay for it. So I think the briefing is over. I think they've been told they can get some more pictures.
Yeah, we can't understand that. Think of them.
Thanks Shirley for putting that up. And thank you Vicky. That's a STAD air starter. They're connecting to the aircraft. There's no built-in APU. That is correct. So normal commercial airliner or other aircraft would have an APU, which is the back of the aircraft, which is like a generator that starts the electrics, etc, from cold start. These don't have that, so there has an external APU, or as known as a STAD air starter. But as you can see, it's very popular. These people have paid for the privilege of being here today. Abby, I better turn my volume down because Grandad is sleeping. Put it on YouTube, Abby. Turn the volume up and he'll wake up. Yeah, turn the TV on, put the channel on YouTube, whack the volume up, and just as the engine kicks in, he'll think he's been attacked.
This is where he's watching you.
I need one in. So Abby's with Grandad today. Unfortunately, she couldn't attend today, but I'm sure she will next time. But if you're at the Cotswolds, make sure you visit AV8. That's Alpha Victor 8. That is the restaurant / cafeteria up there, supplying you with cold drinks, hot drinks, burgers, etc., etc. There's also a stall there selling burgers and stuff, but we walked past and Lee didn't offer anything. There's also a cockpit of the Buccaneer up there as well, which for a small donation you can sit inside. There's also some merchandise up there. And as you see earlier, Lee modelled the book. So if you go onto their website and go to their shop and buy the book, it's quite a thick book, isn't it?
Yeah.
With a lot of history in it.
Very good. Very informative.
Tony Walker, thanks to the AIA team for this brilliant stream. No problem at all. And Vicky's put, don't do it, Abby, or you'll be changing Grandad's pants. Do it. Fat boy, there's no air bleed between the engines, so the air starter needs to be connected to each engine in order for them to start. That is correct. As earlier on, when they did the engine test run earlier on, they had to go from one engine to the other engine to get the engine started. And that is an air brake you're looking at on XX894. And clock is kicking down, ready now for an engine. Can't wait for this. And it looks like it's raining to the south of us. What's that direction? What's down that way, south from here? You'd say that's heading towards Swindon? No, not Swindon. No, Fairford's that way. Bryce is that way, sorry. That way would be...
Yeah, south of it would be Swindon.
Yeah, towards Fairford, isn't it? Swindon. So it looks like it might be a bit damp over Swindon at the moment. Or are you trying to give Grandad a heart attack? No, just wake him up. You are on the TV and on my phone. Yeah, you might give him a heart attack now. Fantastic. Is Grandad watching us, Abs? Or is he still asleep, still snoring? So now moving barriers over a little bit. This is going to be awesome.
Yeah, that way it's up.
So please do share us about. The more sharing you do, the more people are going to see this. They're going to see this aircraft have a fantastic engine run. And we do have a special guest. We do indeed. Do you want to be in front of the camera? Or?
I can be in front of the camera.
Okay, go for it.
Hello, my name's Ollie Suckling. I'm Chief Pilot and Treasurer for the Buccaneer Aviation Group. And behind us we've got a XW544, which is the aeroplane I'm going to be doing an anti-debt run on shortly. Purpose of anti-debt running, despite the fact it's been for fast tax this morning, is not just for your entertainment. It's also so we can exercise all the systems properly. We run the engines up to high power to test all the inlet guide vanes and bleed straps are working properly, and to test all the hydraulics are all good to go as well. So we'll continue this process every month throughout the winter as well, just to make sure that everything's in a good condition as we go forward. So hopefully you enjoyed the taxi run earlier on. I usually drive 544, but I let Mike Burt drive it today, who's a BA 787 pilot who's been with us for a lot of years, so we can get some practice in, because it's been a bit sparse since we moved from Bruntingthorpe, and obviously we've only just started running here now. So we hope you enjoyed the day.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
No
Brilliant.
worries.
Thank you. There you go. How about that, guys?
Cheers, Ollie.
So Ollie is a bit of history, or Ollie, you'll know a bit.
Ollie is He's a serving RAF pilot. He's ex-Tornado and an instructor at Valley on the Hawk, and now he's at Marham. But he does also, he flies jet provosts and other aircraft from North Weald, and he also is one of the display pilots for the Strike Master display team out of Hawad.
Brilliant. There you go. So we've that's brilliant, wasn't it? Hey, look at these two. Thank you very much, Andy. Appreciate that.
No worries.
Thank you, Ollie, for giving us the insight. And what a nice logbook he's got. Ex-Tornado. Oh, there they are. Fantastic.
Oh, look, you're proper fanboy, mate.
I'm tearing now, mate. I'm done now. Ex-Tornado pilot.
Do
Job
you
done.
want me to talk to you again about tornadoes afterwards?
Oh, you know, I'll be sitting in his car. He won't be going home tonight.
He's not going home tonight.
Even better. Where's he camping out?
He's got a guest in his caravan.
I've got a van I can sleep in.
Yeah, it depends though, because one of the prerequisites of being a member of the Buccaneer Aviation Group is you have to drink gin.
Oh, I can start.
I drink it.
I might not last very long. I'll probably wake up tomorrow not remembering nothing.
1 gin, 2 gin, 3 gin, 4.
So there we go, guys. That was absolutely fantastic. We had an insight of what's happening. So we're still looking at about past.
Yeah, they're just getting ready now. It should be almost just closing everything up.
So they're going to be closing everything up in a minute, and we're looking at 9 minutes for engine run.
Yeah. I'll just let them do it first, let them get out first. They're not getting their shots.
So what we're going to do is, people are walking around, we're just going to pan around and just concentrate on this aircraft now, XW544. When the wings are swept out, I will make sure I bring the camera out a little bit. But now is the time to start sharing this around, and if you've got air defenders, we'll put them in very shortly.
Yeah,
I think there's a spare film.
I did have them in my pocket.
Maggie, I was working at Lungbar in 16 Squadron some 49 years ago with the Buccaneer station there. Brilliant time and some wonderful people.
Where?
Larbrook.
Larbrook.
Yeah. So that is someone called
544
Maggie.
was actually based at Larbrook.
Maggie Eves.
This, you're saying 544 was actually based.
So 544 was actually based there. So this is the aircraft that was actually based there. Absolutely fantastic.
She was on 15 and 16 squadron.
So it was 15 and 16 Squadron, this aircraft. I'm so looking forward to this engine run. That's going to be loud. And toast, this is an amazing stream. Thank you very much. And get ready for your volumes to be turned up. And if you haven't already, press the thumbs up, share, like, subscribe. What else was it? Follow. I've got 3 of them out full. And don't forget, we do this absolutely free of charge. Taking liberties.
every day.
Unbelievable. Just come along, drink me drink.
Cheers, boss.
Don't even offer me a bacon sarnie or a cup of tea or nothing, and then you drink me drink.
Cheers, boss.
All right. Fat boy. Spent 8 years flying S2Bs until 1990. This is the first time since I've seen one fire up. Never had the pleasure of either of these aircraft. And when this fires up, this is going to be awesome. Welshie Kev, soundbar is on ready. Hopefully annoy my neighbours, don't like them anyway. I like your style, love it. So we've been told this is going to be revving up to about 85% of the throttle, and they're now going to start clearing the areas. Ray Gilbert, I was on 16 Squadron 1974 to 76 as a ferry. I hope this is bringing back some amazing memories for you guys. 6 minutes before engine run. Aaron is beginning to put his ear defenders in.
I'm just tired of hearing you.
So the ear defenders are going in as we speak, as they've cleared the area. Once again, press the thumbs up, get it shared out there, guys.
They're going to do the engine run, they'll do one engine at a time at high power.
Okay.
You'll be able to tell when it's reached high power because the note of the engine completely changes. It goes from a low rumble to a high pitch
Okay.
as the inlet guide vanes open.
And then will they run both together with idling?
They may do, I don't. They'll be running it at the same time, but
They
they usually only do one at high
Okay.
power. Just depends how he feels.
MKMD Exploration. They do this at Elverton too, or did until COVID came along.
Yeah, and Ollie was one of the pilots that exercises that aircraft in
Okay.
Elvington as well.
There you go.
And he used to taxi the Victor at Elvington as well, I think.
Brilliant. So Ollie is very experienced, and I'll be camping with him later, drinking gin and talking about tornadoes.
Beeping. What was beeping?
Nope.
Still got good power.
Eh?
Still got plenty of power.
Got enough power. Three minutes. Is Lee standing there, is he?
Over.
Hi Tom. And Tom was 4 years of watching aviation action. Thanks Tom, staying with us, appreciate that. Wings fold for carrier storage.
Yes. It's one of the, when they designed the Buccaneer, one of the things they had was, because the aircraft carriers were already built, so they were restricted to the size of the elevators from the flight deck to the lower deck. So they designed the Buccaneer, the wings fold, the air brakes open right out, and also the just in front of the squadron markings there, the nose is hinged and folds back along the fuselage, so the nose cone is basically touching the intake,
Okay.
so that it fitted onto the elevator to go below decks.
Ian Finley worked on the Buccaneers in the early 1980s doing major servicing at St Athan. One of the jobs was doing inner wing transplants.
Yes.
Now we await.
Just crewing him. Just crewing him.
And Rush Fan says thank you.
You're all welcome. Hope to see more of you visiting here now that we're fully established.
Don't want power. Loads of power.
Well, some of it was beeping.
Eh?
Some of it was beeping.
Yeah.
Just after you put your earplug in, it started beeping.
And A man, sorry, where is this please? This is at Cotswold Airport. Used to be known formerly known as RAF Kemble. And this pad where the aircraft is sat is used to be where the RAF Red Arrows, when they used the Nat, was parked many years ago. And Vicky's put the link in the Buccaneer Aviation group. Go along to their website. If you can donate, small or large.
And you can buy tickets to come and be where those people are today.
Yep, so there's a person in the back seat. He's paid for the privilege.
Yes.
You can do that via the website. So the pilot now checking everything over, going through his left to rights and per flight preference cards.
Yes.
Yep.
The crew chief for this run is Hayden, and he's just hiding behind the air start unit at the moment.
Any second now, guys. People have got their ear defenders on.
And that's the air start unit started, which is just as loud as that.
Yeah. Here we go, guys. We're going to go quiet now. Enjoy. Guys, get the shed out there. We're going to miss this. Get the shed. Guys, get this shed out there. coming up next side. I'm holding on to my hair. Here it comes. Guys, let's hope he's going to do it again. Keep our fingers crossed. Let's keep our fingers crossed they do it again. Nice buster again. Hope you enjoyed this, guys. Absolutely brilliant. Over 1,000 litres will be used today.
And it depends what price they're charging on the day.
And depending on what the price they charge on the day. So 1,000 litres for these guys.
Wasn't that absolutely awesome? It was. They shut down the engines one by one because we keep a record of how long the engine takes to run down to a stop.
Gotcha.
I think we may have killed a few dandelions and a bit of grass.
Yeah. I think the volume on my soundbar is definitely upsetting the neighbours. Tough. So that's it for now.
Yes.
That's it.
So they'll leave the aircraft like this for the spectators that are paid to come and get some pictures all around it, and then a bit later on we'll use the ground equipment to fold the wings again before we put them to bed, but that won't be till later on.
Okay. Brilliant.
Oh, the fake Spitfire's about to go.
Oh, see if we can turn around and get this Spitfire. Let's see if we can get that.
It's a fake Spitfire.
Fake Spitfire.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll pan around and get the fake Spitfire. That's not bad, is it? That's okay. Well, I hope that was awesome, guys. My hair's still on. That was brilliant. I thought I was going to lose the tripod at one point.
It's hanging on. Yeah.
Only on the back.
Velcroed.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, where's he going?
It comes up. They come onto that apron there and do engine run-ups before they go on.
So he's doing an engine run up as well.
Yeah.
So we're going to get Spitfire doing an engine run up.
I mean, something like 1/3 scale or something like that. I don't,
Is it
yeah,
1/3 scale of a proper Spitfire?
something like that.
Something like that.
2/3.
Andrew, Angus, have totally enjoyed today. Well done everyone involved. It was great to see and hear. Thank you very much for watching us. Is your granddad awake yet? I'm sure Abby will let me know. Every Wednesday at Larbroch we heard the signal to go indoors. She was either coming or going. Well done you 16 SIGs and you Aviation Action, bless you. Thank you very much. So what we'll do, I think we're going to call this a day very shortly. I think we're finished here. We're going to get this replica Spitfire to depart, and then we shall bid you all a farewell. Joyce, wow, awesome, thanks to all involved. Fat boy, nice smooth spool up, no sticking Intel guide vanes.
You let go, don't you?
Right. Well, hopefully guys you've enjoyed that. Thank you very much for joining us today. And going to see the Spitfire go, and then we'll see you very again soon. Thank you much.
You literally just called.
It was a blur.
Oh, oh well. I was a blur. Never mind.
Face for radio.
Thanks for radio, guys. Do a replay tonight. Get the second opinion from our neighbour. I love it.
Noisy.
We were just far enough here to not.
There again, then. Makes.
Face for radio.
Thanks. No, me.
Sorry.
Right. Okay. We'll go back out.
Tell
Tell me when I'm in focus.
I could see he was holding the camera.
Bit focus. Bit focus. Can't hear me.
You literally just shoulders. You give up.
Give up. There you are. So I am a face for radio. That's why I don't stand in front of the camera. But we'll get this Spitfire, and then we'll bid you farewell, guys. Thanks for tuning in today. It's been absolutely brilliant. Hope you've enjoyed the Buccaneer. And thank you very much for the guys to invite us down to do this. And hopefully you've all been on their website and donated or bought a book or something. But keep an eye out for notifications and everything else. We'll be live again very, very soon. Not too sure where next time. But Tuesday sounds like it might be a day out if the weather's okay. But only if the weather's okay. I've heard it's going to be bad weather. Thanks to all at AIA for another great stream. Look forward to the next one. Make sure Lee gets home for his afternoon nap. Stephen Cooper, awesome. It's like they know you, Lee.
Who said that one?
Just someone.
Good grief.
That was Welshie Kev.
Don't worry, I'll be there.
What? Asleep.
Asleep in the car before we leave. Little nap.
He'll probably pull up the nearest services, go for an hour kit.
Car's parked just over there. I don't even move.
Might have to get myself something to eat though.
Come on, T-boy.
He's got to pack the live stream in first now. That was awesome.
And Shirley's put sleep well, Lee.
Always, Shell. Sleep in the car so I actually get some rest. Rachel's snoring.
Oh, you're in the doghouse.
Always.
It's a very busy little airfield, isn't it? lot of port. Very busy. What was that?
Helicopter that
might
came
be
in.
a helicopter.
Oh, yeah, that came in early, didn't it?
There it is.
Kind of was us. And we have
Can't tell.
holding, the helicopter's holding over there. What is it?
Is it one of those?
Alouette.
Yeah, or Sue.
No, it's not a suit. I think it's an Alouette.
It was using wasps or something like that, wasn't it?
That's got a really strange boom on it.
We'll get this helicopter heading towards us at the moment. Came in earlier on. And we'll wait, get this, and then hopefully he'll depart before the replica Spitfire does.
You should have been this end.
Nope, the replica Spitfire's going.
There is a bit like. Yeah.
Beats the block proof up in the front when it gets through that.
Doesn't sound right.
Almost like that helicopter's doing a funny little thing on it.
Parallel taper.
On that note, guys, we shall leave it. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. See you soon. Bye. Bye.